The way you design your analytics team has a really big impact on the quality of your data content. So a typical setup is you have 4 or 5 data analysts and you have a request queue, and they just set up to respond to that request queue as efficiently as possible. It seems like a pretty reasonable approach, but what ends up happening is over time you end up with hundreds and hundreds of data reports that are all kind of saying the same thing, and it's not really clear anymore what's the real answer, and you've got a big maintenance nightmare on your hands. And this is a situation I call the fog of data. And to be honest, it's quite painful and kind of discouraging to work in that environment. It's sort of like a treadmill that you just never get off of, and it gets harder and harder to keep up with it. So what we do differently is we encourage the analysts to get up from the service desk, go out into the organization, form relationships with people, and specifically the people that are asking these questions, and say, well, what else about that question? What other context or what other dimensions are there to this question? And then from there, we can create data models that encapsulate a much broader perspective, and it allows that business person to ask hundreds of different questions without having to go back and forth to the analyst, and it gives them a better perspective overall and a way to discover their own insights.